A lot has happened in the world since June 2020. Here in Hainan, people are busy constructing the world's largest free trade port. Hainan, the only tropical island province in China, boasts a coastline stretching for more than 1,900 kilometers, replete with exquisite coastal scenery. A sought-after holiday destination popular among Chinese and overseas tourists, Hainan is symbolic of China's reform and opening up, striving as it is to attain the highest degree of openness, enabling free trade and investment facilities, free cross-border capital flows, and convenient transportation and access for people and goods. Areas subject to independent customs operation will be set up throughout Hainan. Zero tariffs, low tax rates, and a simplified tax system will be progressively introduced. Hainan welcomes investors from all over the world with open arms to share in opportunities and shape. Hainan, a vibrant island economy with vast land and ocean resources, is on course to become the world's largest free trade port, having made much progress to this end in 2020. On the 1st of June 2020, the master plan for construction of Hainan Free Trade Port was officially released. Taking internationally recognized rules of trade as its benchmark, Hainan is striving to build the world's largest free trade port and transform itself into a flagship economic area and important point of access, blazing a trail for China's new phase of opening up. To this end, Hainan has set up 11 key industrial parks as model and pilot zones to further its progress, while setting the groundwork for future initiatives. On the morning of the 3rd of June, 11 key industrial parks opened simultaneously in different locations, signalling the commencement of the construction of Hainan Free Trade Port.
Four of them is coming from China, including Baidu, Alibaba.
Hainan Ecological Software Park is located on the Yingbin Peninsula on the west of Haikou, on the banks of the Meilun River. It focuses on environmentally friendly industries such as internet and cultural and creative industries, with its core aim being the development of the low-carbon, green industrial sector. Nearly 6,000 companies have set up offices here, out of which 37 are high-tech companies and include leading firms such as Tencent, Huawei and Baidu. Projects from countries as diverse as the USA, India, Singapore, Malaysia, Russia, Belarus, Cambodia and Japan have made their homes here. The progress of Hainan Free Trade Port is gradually attracting the world's attention. Foreign enterprises, organizations and start-up businesses are now flocking to Hainan Ecological Software Park.
Yes. Welcome to Thailand. Nailina?
Indiana.
Indiana. Nice to see you. Nice to see you.
Galina.
Welcome. 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 Hope you.
Sun Keyu is the Director of International Business at Hainan Ecological Software Park. For 4 hours this afternoon, Sun Keyu, along with colleagues from his department, had 2 video conference calls with Russia and 2 meetings with and site inspections by 2 groups of visitors.
不光是来自全国各地对海南的关注，甚至世界各地对海南的关注，我们是能够亲身的感受到是越来越多。以俄罗斯为例，这个星期的这4批中，既有我们邀请过来的，也有因着别的任务来到海南，但是同时也慕名而来，来到我们园区的。总体上，我们看见在俄罗斯有一定的这种科技含量以及这个创新性的这些企业和项目，他们也希望通过海南来进入到中国市场，来寻求一个更大的这个市场的份额。我们也期待着能够与越来越多的俄罗斯的这个科技企业 能够到海南来这个落地生根开花结果。
Maxime, chief expert at the Foreign Investment Foundation in Moscow, has brought 4 companies to Hainan Ecological Software Park, specializing in artificial intelligence, biomedicine, Internet of Things, and blockchain technology. This is a special visit to Hainan organized by the foundation in response to the master plan of Hainan Free Trade Port.
Our foundation is trying to help entrepreneurs from Moscow region to do external business, to do export. So that is why we are here. We have brought companies from Moscow region who is willing to sell their ideas, their IT projects abroad, especially to China. China is our strategic partner because we know that Hainan is a highly developing area.
The bright future and the conducive business environment have attracted many internationally renowned companies to try to capture their market share in Hainan. One of the world's leading accounting firms, PricewaterhouseCoopers from the UK, has set up an office here. Many companies from the USA and Sweden are exploring business opportunities in Hainan. Hainan is becoming more and more connected to the global market. In order to attract quality Chinese and foreign investors, investment management firms and investment talent, Hainan has issued a myriad of constructive policies. For example, qualifying overseas limited partners can now enjoy more convenient registration and will receive the same treatment as Chinese firms. Hainan has also initiated China's first negative list of foreign investment access to Hainan Free Trade Port. All of these policies are tapping into the potential of Hainan's cross-border fund management system, and more international asset management institutions are locating in Hainan. By 2025, Hainan will have achieved its goal of attracting 1 million highly qualified personnel. Hainan welcomes international investors and entrepreneurial individuals to start businesses and take part in the construction of Hainan Free Trade Port. Opportunities abound in Hainan, where the fruits of the reform and opening up policy are waiting to be shared. Hainan is implementing policies governing the free and convenient movement of people and talent recruitment. The restrictions on entry and exit will be further eased, benefiting business travelers. In addition, Hainan plans to relax work permit and visa rules and introduce improved residence management.
自由贸易的政策推动下，它就会有更多的人聚集，可以成为一个创意中心，包括文化创意产业中心，科技研发的中心。另外呢，像高新技术产业中的互联网技术的发展，也为海南提供了契机。
Hainan Free Trade Port has become a hive of opportunity and personal development for young people. Universities, hospitals, research institutions and legal bodies will be permitted to recruit foreign nationals for certain senior, professional or technical positions and first and second tier workers and service personnel. Salary levels will be employed as main indices of evaluating categories of jobs. A market-oriented mechanism of talent recruitment will be established. For eligible high-end talents and qualified people who are urgently required, a maximum personal income tax of 15% will be applied. Hainan is seeking to create the preferred working and living environment for talents from all over the world. With a choice of schooling for expat families, Hainan is not only the perfect place to start your business, but an ideal place to start a new chapter in your life. This is Hainan Free Trade Port. Modern and dynamic, it is a vibrant island economy with vast land and marine resources. After the official release of the master plan, 2 pilot projects, Yazhou Bay Science and Technology City and Sanya Central Business District, were established. Yazhou Bay's Science and Technology City is located in the west of the municipality of Sanya. It is laying the groundwork for key technological infrastructure, focusing on deep sea and space science and technology, and taking advantage of the national seed breeding base in Hainan to establish a global tropical agriculture center and a base for importing global animal, plant and microbial germplasm resources. Yazhou is setting up Nanshan Port, Nanfan Science and Technology City, Deep Sea Science and Technology City, University Town, and a global transfer base for animal and plant germplasm resources. The blueprint consists of 1 port, 3 cities, and 1 base, a monumental change to what was once the ancient city of Yazhou. After the release of the master plan, Hainan has been working quickly to establish itself as a national pilot zone for ecological conservation, an international tourism and consumption destination, and a service zone for implementing China's major strategies. Hainan is making swift progress in its development of a series of key technological infrastructure and platforms. These new breakthroughs in space technology are being felt in the oceans, on the land, and in outer space. Sanya is China's closest city to the deep sea. The southern base of the National Deep Sea Center, jointly established by the Sanya government and the Institute of Deep Sea Science and Engineering of the Chinese Academy of Sciences, is fully equipped with the latest technology that makes possible voyages down into the deep blue sea.
中国科学院根据这个2050科技路线发展路线图的研究的这个结果，制定了科技创新2020的这个规划，海洋能力拓展新体系的落实的这个举措，其中就是要提升我们国家的海洋探测和海洋资源开发的这个能力，在三亚建设一个主要从事深海科学研究和深海技术研发的这么一个研究所。
6,000 to 11,000 meters below the ocean surface lies the deep sea, where the sun's rays cannot reach and of which people still have only limited knowledge. Now, China possesses deep sea equipment which is considered absolutely crucial for deep sea research. Shenhai Yongshi, or Deep Sea Warrior in English, is the second Chinese-designed and produced manned submersible, a milestone in China's deep sea equipment design, with more than 95% of its parts developed and produced in China. During its scientific expedition in the South China Sea, Shenhai Yongshi dived multiple times to differing depths, the deepest one being 4,534 meters, a depth which covers most of the accessible areas in the South China Sea and international sea territories.
目前，海斗深渊技术它是代表了国际最顶级的工程技术挑战。深渊科学呢，它实际上代表着是深海科学的最新的前沿领域，可以展望我们这个所将在未来在深海科技领域，在国际的深海科技领域，有自己重要的舞台。
Hainan's exploration into the deep blue abyss continues unabated. Following on from Shenhai Yongshi, the 10,000-meter man-submersible Fendouge, also known as Striver, arrived in Sanya on the 20th of June 2020 at its new home at the Institute of Deep Sea Science and Engineering at the Chinese Academy of Sciences. On the 10th of November 2020, Fendouge completed a 10,909-meter deep sea trial in the Mariana Trench, setting a new world record for a manned submersible. With a series of deep sea exploration super equipment, China has achieved a breakthrough in the field of deep sea exploration, making its contribution to the innovation of deep-sea technology. Turning our attention from the sea to the land, Hainan is pulling out all the stops to secure food provision for its people. In the ordinary rice paddy grows Chao You Qian Hao, a breed of super rice, the latest achievement of the National Hybrid Rice Project. In May 2018, the average yield of rice per moo reached 1,065.3 kilos, setting the highest record in Hainan. In the near future, researchers hope to set a higher goal of 1,200 kilos.
搞一个品种啊，我们说要有8个世代才能够出一个品种。如果不来南番，1年1个世代，这个周期太长啊，8年才出一个品种。我来南番，缩短了一半。这个南番的重要意义在这里，就是缩短了我们的育种的周期。
More than 7,000 researchers from over 700 research institutions carry out breeding work in Nanfan every year. Since 1949, more than 70% of the 7,000 new crop breeds produced in China have undergone accelerated selective breeding in Nanfan. This is why Sanyan Nanfan's seed breeding base is also known as the Silicon Valley of seed breeding in China. With support from the national government, Hainan is in the construction of its national seed breeding base and planning the National Seed Breeding Laboratory, Nanfan Science and Technology City, and the National Tropical Agricultural Science Center. Hainan is on course to build the national seed breeding base akin to a Silicon Valley of seed breeding, providing integrative services to the nation, including research and development, production, sales, exchange and application of scientific and technological achievements. According to an ancient local tale, the golden seeds of rice provide adequate food for the indigenous Li people. Now, Hainan is taking advantage of its unique climate and land to make its contribution towards the modernization of China's agriculture and to support China's contribution to global food security. And now let us move our attention from the land to outer space. China has erected its own stairway to heaven in Hainan. Wenchang, where the newest satellite launch center is located, has been undertaking important space launch missions. As a low-latitude coastal launch base, the rockets launched here take advantage of the larger linear velocity being close to the equator and centrifugal phenomena caused by the force of inertia to reduce fuel consumption and increase the carrying capacity by 10%. In July 2020, China's first Mars mission began from Wenchang's Satellite Launch Center, marking the first step of China's independent planetary exploration. On the 24th of November 2020, the Long March 5 carrier rocket successfully launched the Chang'e 5 lunar probe and completed China's lunar exploration mission, thereby making a significant contribution to humanity's efforts to unlock the secrets of the universe. Wenchang International Aerospace City, a key project of Hainan Free Trade Port, stands among the coconut forests overlooking the sea. From here, space expeditions are launched into the cosmos. Aerospace enterprises and scientific research institutes are acting swiftly to gain a strategic upper hand in aerospace technology innovation. In the future, with its 6 aerospace-related industrial chains, Wenchang plans to merge tourism, sightseeing and market development into the construction of the aerospace city. Hainan is making use of opportunities brought about by the development of China's aerospace industry and making progress in aerospace tourism and satellite remote sensing. Since the launch of the Hainan Free Trade Port project, we have seen major breakthroughs in the development of key industrial parks, a reduction in red tape for business approvals, and the building of infrastructure. Projects worth over 10 billion Chinese yuan, including Changjiang Nuclear Power Station Phase 2 project, Haikou International Duty-Free City, and Haikou Meilan International Airport Phase 2 expansion project, are laying solid ground for the construction of Hainan Free Trade Port. From motorways to high-speed rail, from international airports to seabed cables, from power lines stretching over the mountains to gas pipelines crossing the Qiongzhou Strait, all this infrastructure is providing a rock-solid basis for the development of Hainan Free Trade Port. In the new era, sightseeing spots will be dotted around, while the tourist road that circumnavigates the island will connect the tourist destinations, making Hainan as a whole one integrated tourist spot. Hainan is focusing on the development of rural tourism, boosting the tropical agricultural sector, and promoting balanced development of social and economic life throughout the island. A multitude of ocean routes connects Hainan with the main channels for international trade. 3 international airports, including Haikou Meilan International Airport, Sanya Phoenix International Airport, and Bo'ao Airport, offer flight routes to destinations all over the world. Hainan is firmly marking its position as part of the international transportation network. 6 months have passed since the release of the master plan of the construction of Hainan Free Trade Port. Hainan is slowly unveiling its grand plan for the future, centering around the tourism, modern services, and high-tech industries. At the same time, sectors such as medicine and health, modern logistics, the ocean industry, low-carbon manufacture, education, culture, and sports are all booming, with the tourism industry undergoing a comprehensive overhaul. Hainan is looking optimistically towards a bright future with high hopes and big dreams. Combining lessons from history and current wisdom, Hainan's future is full of limitless potential. Investors from all over the world are welcoming Hainan to take part in the construction of Hainan Free Trade Port, to share in new opportunities, and to embrace Hainan's new future together.